Paris, I just wanted to, start off with you. What was it like filming the film?
Oh, it was definitely a dream come true. Thank you,
Mhm.
Peter. They took a chance on me. They flew me out from LA and filmed in New York during the most amazing, magical New York Christmas time. I absolutely love New York. So being able to fly out there and do what I love, and I love traveling for work. I didn't know that that was possible. And the whole cast was so nice. The definitely filming in the pandemic was definitely a bit different than normally what would happen on a set. But it was all made with love, and I cherish every moment that I got to make with everyone on set. And it was just a great time. And I'm just so grateful.
Oh, that's so glad to hear. And Peter, where did the idea come from? Where did you come up with this? Tell me.
Yes, yes. Well, everything comes based on reality, perhaps. But yeah, I personally have 5 kids, and this time of year is really kind of a fun time of year. It's game on. It's countdown to Christmas, and you got Halloween, you got Thanksgiving, and then bam, you're right into Christmas. So it was always with kids running around and parenting and work and all that stuff. It's like, hey, how do we just wrap this up into a big snowball and make a really funny film, but also a heartfelt film? I think, Caroline and Paris have been just, obviously great in the film, and a grandmother and a daughter, and that generational story, I think, was really powerful in this. And it was really, I think we had a lot of fun. We have fun. I thought we had fun.
Oh,
But yeah.
Because I think that's what makes it so good as well, is not only does it get you excited for Christmas, but it is relatable, and especially with you, Carolyn, like I think, every mother can relate to at some point her daughters or, her children not getting along and not talking to each other.
mm-hmm.
I know the togetherness of the holidays is always the promise and never the reality. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I think we all know that. We all look forward to it so much. And then there's my mother used to say to us when we would get together for the holidays and fight, how can we expect nations to get along if the three of you can't sit down to dinner together? Because, it's true. It seems to be universal that there's always, conflict in love.
There is, but I think that almost shows that you care so much, because, if you didn't care about them, then, there'd be nothing to fight over.
Yes, exactly. And also, home is the place where when you go there, they have to take you in. So I think everybody counts on that. And I think that's where Peter's impulse came from, is that we're all at home together. And the holidays, if people are scattered, is when everybody gets to, sort of come back to the base. And that's what's really fun.
I love it. And Paris, for you, this is almost like a debut. Obviously, you've been acting, but, talking to some of your other cast members, they just had incredible things to say and just said, your performance was so incredible. So, tell me what it's like to be casted in this.
Oh, being able to work with such big names, their history, their legacy, and to be able to be a part and see how they work, their strategies. It was an honor for me. The fact that they're even saying nice things about me is incredible. But I genuinely, I think because I felt so comfortable with them, that made my performance better. And I guess this as a debut, I'm really lucky to be able to be a part of this, because the audition process, they reached out to me and were like, hey, if you're free on these dates, come on. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's actually how it really happened. When we wrote the character, Ante and myself, we read it in this really dynamic Abby character, and she's just like this mini Diane, and I says, who should we cast? And Ante's like, I like this girl, Paris Bravo. I go, okay, all right, make it happen. And then Rob took over, and there she was. She just showed up on our doorstep with a bag, and here she is.
I love it. I love it. And Carolyn, I think, your character in particular, everyone just relates to her because she is someone's mom, she is someone's grandmother. Like as soon as I saw you, I was like, oh my God, she reminds me of this person's grandmother, or she reminds me of this person's mom. Like how did that come so naturally, for you? Where do you find that for the character?
Well, this is my first grandmother role, so I had to get over that.
Yeah.
No, but I am a mother, and I think that when you become a mother, all children are your children. It was one of the most surprising things for me, becoming a mother. I felt that way about the kids on the set, even though their parents were around. Paris's mother was as much a part of our cast as she was, in a sense, all the mothers that were around. But Peter created this atmosphere that we were family. And so everybody just took their roles on within. It didn't feel like a movie. It felt like you were hanging out with your family, and everybody had their flashcard. And mine was to try and make everything work for everybody else, because I think that's what mothers do.
Yes.
And grandmothers,
And cooking, lots of cooking.
Lots of cooking, yes. Well, food is the great equalizer, isn't it? No matter what's going on, if everybody sits and breaks bread together, then everything's okay.
I
And
love
this was
that.
my first, I think for a lot of us, this was my first work out of the pandemic. It had been like sort of a year of being shut in. And then when my agents called me and said this was the offer, it was so wonderful. I mean, it was literally like everybody got to breathe together again for a minute, and everybody stayed healthy, and we pulled it off. So that's really something.
And I think it's really exciting because, for almost 2 years, some people haven't seen their family, like they haven't been able to go to Christmas. So it's exciting because most people, with it, the way everything's going, it looks like, we will be at the table at Christmas with the ones we love.
Oh, let's hope.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
Well, just quickly before we go, Peter, what is it that you hope that people get from the film, as the film's creator? What is it you hope they walk away with?
Yeah, I think the overall message, I mean, we're going to be in theaters November 5th, which is right around the corner. And I really think it's a time to enjoy the movies again. I think that's a big thing. I mean, every time I'm around, I grab my kids, I says, we're going to go to a movie. Just the act of going out to the movie with friends, with family, moms, I think would love to, sneak out of the house, grab a few moms together and go together. And celebrate the role, celebrate, the challenge that's ahead till Christmas. And like you said, very, very well, I think with whatever is going on right now, now's the time to bring family and bring them back into the fold and celebrate, everything.
Hey, well, thank you so much. I really enjoyed it, and I'm so excited for Christmas now. Like, I'm generally excited for Christmas. I can't wait. So thank you so much.
Get your lights up. Get your lights up.
Your lights up.
Yes, they've got to be better than my neighbors. I'll have fireworks as well.
That is right.
Yes. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.
Thank you.